good day, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. I have a dilemma here. This is my dilemma. This. I gather a lot of paper in my office, just in the course of the kinds of writing I do. I'll write a typewritten journal, not every day, maybe once or twice a week, sometimes once every few weeks. I do a lot of typecast blogging roughly every week or two. I do other things like photographic work, and all of these pieces of paper and photographic works I archive. And I have big 3-ring binders full. I have stacks of 3-ring binders in the closet behind the curtain there. This notebook is a big, fat 3-ring binder that is blog articles from January 2016. This is from January 2016, and this big 3-ring binder is getting fairly close to being full, and I've been blogging since 2006. So this is just in the last 3 years of the 13 years I've been blogging, and I've amassed a huge pile of papers. These I will scan or photograph with my camera, upload to my Flickr usually, and then cross-link it over to my Blogger account. I do poetry, I do just generic writing, I'll do journals. So I have typewritten journals. This is since November 2017. This is a smaller notebook, but it's full of these typewritten journal things. What do I do with those? Well, I just save them. I don't know what I'm going to do with them, right? And this is another example. These things take up more room than just about anything else that I collect. This is photographic work, and this one is since March of 2017. I have big fat notebooks like this that go all the way back to the early 1990s, whole stacks of them, so much so that the upper shelf in my closet was bowing, that I had to go rearrange things and reinforce things and all that. And this is just photographic work in the last roughly 2 years right here. And so what I've been doing is I have this folder that says to be filed, right? And I'll stick all of this stuff in the to be filed folder in roughly chronological order. And then when it comes time to get it from here into the various notebooks that it belongs to permanently, I'll start filing away. Well, if I open up this to be filed, the thing on top was dated November 27th, 2018. So this is over a year's worth of work. And I haven't gotten around to filing it. But wait, there's more. Somewhere around November timeframe, probably, I had this out on my desk thinking I'm going to leave it out on my desk so I'll see it, so I'll file everything away. Well, I kept doing more writing. This is 8th of October. Here is more 8th of October stuff. It just goes on and on. Here's photographic work from 7th of October. Here is 29th of September. Oh, it goes all the way back to September. I was so lazy I couldn't even file this pile into the temporary to be filed folder. But wait, there's more. Yes, there's more, because I also started testing those thermal typewriters, and I decided to save all of my thermal typings, like my impressions of them and all that, in a separate file, binder clipped together, right? And now that is starting to make a pile of papers on the other half of my desk, right? So basically, I'm up to my elbows in paper. So I don't really have a solution for this problem. If I think it through rationally, there's a couple avenues. First of all, keep all the original papers and just find a place to store them, right? Rent a storage locker, get some weather-resistant boxes with lids, like plastic bins with sealing lids, put it all in there, stick it out in a storage shed in my backyard. Okay, that's one possibility. The other possibility is what if I just scanned all this stuff over months and months probably, and notebooks full of similar kinds of writing, scan it all into PDFs, put them on some thumb drives or whatever, and archive it that way, and get rid of the originals. The blog articles are on my blog, on my Blogger account, and assuming my Blogger account is permanent, it's all there anyways. Why would I even need to keep any backups of that stuff, right? Well, there's another thought. And that raises a whole bunch of other possibilities like, well, Blogger is owned by Google, and what are the chances Google goes out of business? Probably very slim, right? But what are the chances that my account gets deleted or something for some unknown reason? All that stuff is gone. Well, would it be in the Wayback Machine, archived somehow that way? Maybe. Well, there is another possibility I thought about, and that is self-curation and publishing, self-publishing of some of the material as a way of archiving it. Well, here's an example. I self-published, curated a whole bunch of digital photographs that I took over a period of a few years in the UNM Nob Hill part of Albuquerque, created a book called Duke City Street, and it's on Blurb. If you look up Joe Van Cleve on Blurb, it's here and you can buy it, and I can buy more copies. I also had a book called Implied Presence, which was another set of street photography images from Albuquerque. I had another book, I don't have a sample of it right now, called TV Shop, where I revisited the TV repair shop I used to work at, made a little photo essay of it. And then in the writing realm, this is a little book called Losers Blend, and this was a series of short stories that I wrote mainly when I used to hang out at Winning Coffee in Albuquerque, which that coffee shop is no longer there. Losers Blend is a play on words. It sort of refers to winning coffee. And this is a series of stories that loosely inspired my contribution to the Cold Heart Type project. So this is one example of, I could go through my blog articles, the whole litany of them, all the way back to the beginning, and curate out the best, maybe 50 or 100 articles. Find the originals, do high-resolution scans, and make a book out of them, a typewritten book. And then the rest of the articles, all that other paper, let it go, right? The other thing is the same with my journal writings. Maybe I could do this thing, go through all my typewritten journals and just go through, find the best of them, make a book out of them, and recycle the rest of them. Well, there's an idea. Well, especially for thermal writings, you might want to scan them and archive them in some more permanent thing than thermal paper, like in a little book, right? So that's an idea I could pursue, certainly. So this gets to the whole subject matter of, is it really worth keeping? And it raises another question. What happens after I croak? When I pass away, do you think my family really wants this? Like, me personally, Joe Van Cleve, there's no institution of higher learning that wants to archive all my work. My photographic work, my writings, whatever. I'm not that significant. Nobody wants an archive of this stuff. My family doesn't want an archive of it when I'm gone. So this comes down to the question of, what are we doing with all of our writings? What are we going to do with them? How important are they to keep? And to be honest with you, I really don't have an answer. And I'm asking you guys, what do you think? What are you guys going to do with all your writings? Are they becoming a problem just storing all that paper in notebooks and binders and boxes or whatever? What's your solution? How do you deal with it? Do you scan it all to PDFs and throw the paper away? Do you archive the originals in boxes, notebooks, bookshelves, bookcases? I'd like to hear from you guys. What do you do? Because to be honest with you, I'm going to have to sit down here and start sorting all these into the different notebooks they belong in chronological order, but that doesn't get rid of the original problem. You know, I'll be down to an empty blue folder once again that I'll start filling up again with more stuff. But those notebooks where these things are archived in, what about those? Well, I'd like to hear from you. What do you guys think? What's going to happen to all the stuff you create? Your pictures, photographs. If you do darkroom work, I have notebooks that you could stack up 2 feet high, binders full of paper negatives from pinhole cameras and other kinds of photographic experiments. Am I going to ever do anything with those? Well, in the short term, probably not. What am I going to do with them? I don't know. Why am I keeping them? Well, if I destroy them, they're gone for good. I feel obligated to keep them, but is that wrong? Am I a hoarder? Is this just a symptom of a bigger problem? I'm just curious. What do you guys do? If you're a writer, like just a dabbler like I am, any kind of a creative person, and you create creative material, how do you deal with it? I'd like to know. Leave a comment down below. Let's have a dialogue about this, okay? I look forward to reading your comments and interacting with you. Okay, well, until next time, stay creative and have yourselves a great day. Bye-bye.